Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Grace Fahrun, also known as Rue of Rue's Kitchen. And in this video, I'm doing my first VR. And the VR I chose first is Kelly Bear's, your top 5 decks you cannot live without, or that's it. Your top 5 decks you cannot live without. Anyway, I will have the correct information at the bottom of the video when I upload it. So, if you don't know who Kelly Bear is, I will also add the link to her YouTube channel. She is one of the first tarot YouTubers I began to watch in 2016-ish, the end of 2016, the beginning of 2017. And I absolutely adore her. She's fabulous. Anyway, on with the show. So for my top 5 decks that I cannot live without, I decided to go a different route. I went to my shelf and I looked for decks that I will never get rid of. So maybe that could have been a different VR, whatever. It's okay. I think it fits in this motif because I can't live without them. Even there's some here that I don't even use anymore. I haven't used in years. But I will never get rid of them because I can't live without them. They have their special place, almost like their own little altar on my bookshelf. And it is because they are, and I cheated. I don't have 5, I have 6. I have 6 because one of them is series 1 and 2. You'll see what I mean when I get to it. So they're decks I can't live without. They have their own corner of my bookshelf where it's almost an altar to the purpose they served in my life. They were the decks that were in my life and I used daily during a very, very rough period in my life. And most of them are at least 25 years old. At least 25 years old. And I have to apologize in advance. I think 1 or 2 of them a couple of them are out of print. Others have current versions of them that are available, and 1 is coming back in print, I hear. So let's begin. I've been talking for 2.5 minutes and I haven't shown you anything. All right, the first deck that I cannot live without. And I have to apologize in advance in case, again, the whole out of print thing, but also I have 2 decks that are of a different language. They're French language decks. I'm originally from Montreal, so I'm bilingual, trilingual. I speak a few languages. All right, here goes. So the first, I will get the French ones out of the way, the French language ones out of the way. The first ones are these. Les cartes de la révélation intérieure. In English, it's inner revelation cards. These cards, so I'll read the back of the box. These cards are the visible confirmation of an inner process, a concrete answer of the higher self, a reply in images from the inner thought. They were conceived to discover the answers that lie dormant inside us. By using them regularly, we take the habit of hearing our answers without outside interference. So these cards, I use them at the time, when I use them daily. I use these cards in the same manner. Those of you that are familiar with soul cards, this is the same kind of deal, and I'll show you the cards. So this is series 1, and it's corps esprit, so that's body and spirit. So this is a title card. So the author and artist is Annette Gauthier. These are she is from Quebec, Canada, and I believe that these are still in print. They may look different because I have like this fabulous linen box, slide box with the insert, and the little white book is a little green book. So the art is very cosmic. It's different from soul cards. I love, and I'll be talking about soul cards in another video. But this is very cosmic art. Those of you who came of age in the mid 80s, early 90s will recognize this as, you know, New Age art. I don't use them anymore. I'm just, you know, they serve their purpose when I needed them the most. So that's some of the cards here. And I'll show you, so here's the manner in which you use these. And again, you know what, pet peeve, and Susan Seydon Boulay cards, animal spirits, I think, and goddess, her goddess cards, same kind of thing. When you have those white edges because the image doesn't match the dimension of the card, pet peeve, I hate that. And it's always, I don't know, I find it jarring, I find it annoying. It's like, how come this is all the way to the edges? But anyway, I digress. So we'll take the card, this is the card, the painting that matches the cover of the box. So you lay out the cards, you find the image that speaks to you in that moment. So I'll pick one at random. Well, maybe not random, but so this is the card that got my attention today. And on the back, unlike soul cards, there's writing on the back. Oops, scusi. Top is in French, the bottom is English translation. So this card is star seeds. Sown in infinite space, the stars are born, they shine and they die away. Birth and death are inescapable. To shine, this is the challenge. Okay, so not random. I've been going through a lot of, not going through a lot, I've been getting these kind of cards all month long. There's stuff going on. All right, so that was Les Cartes de la Révélation Intérieure, Série 1, Série 1, Corps Esprit, by Annette Gauthier. The next one, I'm not going to spend too much time on, it's Series 2. And this one is a pink box. Sorry. So this one is a pink box. These were purchased mid-90s. This one is Série 2, Esprit Âme. So it's spirit, soul. This is a title card. And it's more the same kind of art. It's just that because I had, you know, it's like soul cards, right? If you have soul cards 1, you want soul cards 2. So it was the same kind of thing for me when these were out. And again, this is the one on the cover. And so you pick the painting that appeals to you in that moment, whether you're asking a question or whether you're just asking for a message, and you read the back of the card. Love it. Great for journaling prompts. So if I know I do have people who watch my channel that are from Montreal, that are French speaking, I think these are, I'm pretty sure these are still available. I see them online. At least that if you go to Archambault or even Amazon, there's a series 3 which I gave to my daughter, which is yellow. The box is yellow, and I think that one is Soul Gift. It's âme don, but I got those later. I got those just because I was completionist, and then because it didn't have the same packaging. Oh my god. Probs. Hashtag, I don't know what probs. Grace probs? I don't know. But because it didn't have the same exact packaging as 1 and 2, it's almost like, and also they came later. Like they came into my life almost 15 years after I was using these, so I didn't connect to them. But these, I don't use them anymore, but I love them. The next 2 decks are angel decks. And I got these 2 in mid-90s. Mid to late 90s. Sorry, I need to reposition myself. Have to have a sip of coffee. I love Cookie Monster. Now you know that about me. The next one is no longer in print. Outrageously expensive when it pops up on eBay. And I apologize in advance, but I don't know, but this author may have a newer edition that's available. I'm not sure, but I looked up, I don't know, I looked it up and I couldn't find anything other than the same one that I have, and it's crazy expensive. This was crazy expensive when I bought it in 1995. These were $45 or $48 or even maybe close to $50. $50 in 1995. Figurati. You know what I mean? Figuratevi. So that wasn't a bad word, by the way. That was imagine, or, you know, in Italian, just in case. All right. So this is what the box looks like. Look at this packaging. Mom, I mean, I think they charge like $30 just for the packaging. Well, no, that's not true. So this is what the inside looks like. I don't remember. I don't think it had an insert or anything. Oh, maybe it did. I'm not sure. Or the cards were like split in half, side by side, which I really hate. And from videos I watch, it looks like the feeling is mutual with a lot of people. This is the guidebook. Very nice guidebook. This has a very Christian theme, I think. More so, yeah, more so than, you know, I don't know, maybe not. Anyways, I think it has more of a Christian theme. But no, I might be wrong. Now I'm speaking nonsense. All right. Anyways, let me show you the cards. The cards. Okay, remember I said like I paid like $50 Canadian in 1995, and these I'll never get rid of because I actually bought one for my mom, and there's a big, you know, my story about my mom is not for this video, but because we had the same decks and we were far away from each other. Never getting rid of this. She's passed away. She's moved on to spirit. May of 2012. She's still very present in my life, but you know, in a different form. All right. Sorry, sidetracking. Tangent. These are the backs. Look at these pink. I don't know if my setup here today will capture what the backs of these cards look like. They're stunning. Pinkish, grayish clouds. Beautiful. The cardstock. The cardstock was nice. Oh, I didn't mention the cardstock on Les Cartes de la Révélation Intérieure. That was linen finish. Those are linen finish. But this is that rose petal that everyone's talking about, rose petal finish. This is, when you think about it, 1995, way ahead of its time. Like the publisher, in terms of quality level, way ahead of their time. And the box I showed you is really sturdy. It's like very hard cardboard. It is almost a wooden box. So these were my second angel cards. These weren't my first angel cards. 1995. The author is Kimberly Maroney. They are angel blessings, cards of sacred guidance and inspiration. Oh, excuse me, you're getting to see my summer hairdo. It's hot as hell here. Summer has arrived. I love, love, love the artwork on these cards. Look at this. Let me see if I can find. Some of them are very classical, classical paintings. And some of them are more modern. Here is Fortuna. Here her name is Fortunata, prosperity. And if you could see in the bottom corner here, this is my Fortuna. And she holds a basket, and we keep In Canadian currency, these are loonies. They're dollar coins, and they're gold coins, gold colored. So, yeah. And one more because a classic Michael Archangel. So yeah, can't live without them. We'll never get rid of them. Whether I use them or not is inconsequential. They're beautiful. They remind me of my mom. They remind me of a time where they were very present in my life, where I used them every day during a very rough time in my life, and love them. I said that already. Next one is also an angel deck. And this one, I believe, is currently in print, but looks different. Like the packaging looks different. The Angel Oracle. So this was my first ever angel deck. It's 36 cards. The other one, the Kimberly Maroney cards, are 44 cards. I love the packaging on this. I love this box. This box has seen a lot of, yeah, this box has seen a lot of shit. Yeah. This box has been a lot of places with me. Yeah. This edition was printed in Germany. I'll open the box so you can see. It's just a regular box. It's all taped up because it's falling apart. It has that atrocious insert on the inside, which it's all yellowed and everything. Again, sits on my shelf because I love it. I can't live without it, even though I don't use it regularly. It's probably 20-something years. But this is the guidebook. Nice hardcover. This too, I think, was $35 in early 1990s. So imagine, like, think a little bit about now that what we can get for that amount of money. So these are the cards. The edges look really ratty because, well, they're old. These are the backs. The card stock is meh, you know, it's all right. The artwork I just absolutely love. If you know me in real life, or you know me from social media, you know I love all things vintage. I have a penchant for things 1970s. Well, this deck, and I also love Byzantine art. This deck is the Byzantine artists, or Byzantine art meets the 1970s art. There you go. 1970s style Byzantine art. So Ambika Wouters, I hope that's how it's pronounced. The Angel Oracle, and I'm pretty sure it's still available in some form or other. You know, for those of you who like to work with angelic energy or like to work with angel cards, and, you know, don't want to work with your cards from that person who, that figure who has left the community. I have something to say about that, but not in this video. And what I'm going to say is probably going to surprise you when I actually do bring it up in another video. All right, the last two. We're almost there. Home stretch. These are the two tarot decks I cannot live without, and it doesn't matter. One of them, I don't think I've read. I think I read with it once recently, and prior to that, I had gone 16 years without touching them. But they are on my shelf. I adore them, and they live in this bag. If you live in Canada, Dollarama. Dollarama is a dollar store that we have here in Canada. It's not really it's not like Dollar Tree where everything's $1, but they have nice stuff, and it's usually, I think it's $5 and under, or $4 and under. Anyway, they sell these really nice bags. They come in handy. All right, here it is. None of these were in any particular order. I just left the tarot cards for last. Mythic Tarot. Mine is 1986. So if you're watching tarot channels, you know the Mythic Tarot. And mine is from 1986. It's held up pretty well, probably because I haven't touched them in a long time. When I do use them, I'm very careful, and they live in that beautiful rayon bag. That's also, it's lined with rayon, and it has like that polyester silk. Maybe it is real silk, who knows. But anyway. No, I will never get rid of these. I read with them a lot when I first got them. They were the first tarot other than Rider-Waite. It was around that time. I don't know if I got these before Morgan Grier, or if I got Morgan Grier before these, but I probably got them around the same time. There's currently the new Mythic Tarot that's out. That's digital art, inspired by the original art. And I'm of the understanding that this original art is going to be re-released sometime this year or next. So, Mythic Tarot, can't live without it, whether or not I use it or not. It was with me during some really tough times, and it's an old friend. It knows my secrets. And last but not least, I think a lot of the videos I've watched feature this deck. You know why? It's freaking awesome. This is the Morgan Grier. Mine is old. Mine, I showed, in my oldest working decks, I showed in one of my first videos. Look at this. It's old, it's aged, it's scuffed, it's worn. I love it. Love it. Love it. This was I think I got this was my second deck. My first one was the original plaid back Rider-Waite. And I gave my first plaid back Rider-Waite away to a friend and moved on to Morgan Grier. This has been my professional reading deck since the mid-90s. I will never get rid of it. I don't read with it as much now. I've gone back to Rider-Waite. My current love for professional readings is the Centennial, the commemorative edition. But this, my Morgan Grier, it too knows all my secrets, so I'll never get rid of it. I cannot live without it. Sometimes I just like to visit with it, because I'll pull a card and it'll give me a current reading, but it'll also it's a little walk down memory lane about, let's say, when I pulled that same card 20-something years ago and what was going on in my life. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Supported me through some pretty dark times, both for personal readings and for professional readings. So it supported me both spiritually and financially. Morgan Grier. And it's been living in this beautiful bag, which I wish I could tell you. Look, I love the square bottom. I wish I could tell you who made these. Look at this beautiful satin lining. But it's a bag I've had almost as long as my deck. I got it in the not the mid-90s. Scusi. I think I got this in 1998. I've mentioned this website before. It no longer exists. It was like eBay for witches. It was called eWitch or Eclectic Witch. Yeah, beautiful. I have a couple of these bags. Love them. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for spending this time with me, watching my videos about The 6 decks I cannot live without. And yeah, I think you should follow, hit on the hashtag and click on the hashtag and see what else it brings up. There's lots of wonderful people doing these videos, and I haven't made a video this week yet because I've been spending my time watching their videos. All right, thank you and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.